guys, and welcome back to my channel. So today's video has been a long time coming. We are going to talk about my morning routine. So first of all, I have had this video on my list to film for literally months at this point. And honestly, the reason that I am just now getting around to it is because I had this idea that I was going to do this whole like cinematic thing and like do all sorts of new like filming techniques. And then I realized that that's just not me. Let's keep it simple. Like, I will go into detail, but let's keep things simple. So the first part of my morning routine is getting up. Obviously, that's kind of an important factor. So, oops, and I have, if you guys could see my filming situation right now, it is chaos because I have brought basically everything out from my morning routine that I actually use so that I can show you guys. So the first thing that I do is I have to get up in the morning. So I actually do use my phone as my alarm. However, because I have an Apple Watch, I have it so that my phone is charging not next to my bed. It is in my room just like for connectivity and like all of that. That's just where my charging stand is, but it is like not near my bed at all. So what I do is I've set up two apps. So I have in here, I've got my two different apps that I use, I have to confirm, Auto Sleep and Auto Wake. So these are apps that I did actually purchase because I tried a free version for a while and it didn't give me quite the information that I needed, and the alarm side of it meant that I had to have my phone next to my bed so that it could track my sleep. And once I got the Apple Watch, I started looking for a different app that would be able to use the watch to track things instead so that I could keep my phone not by my bed. So I ended up settling with Auto Wake and Auto Sleep. And basically what I do is I have set alarms for every single day of the week, and I do the 30 minute like medium wake up. So it basically anytime during the 30 minutes that I set, it will sort of nudge me awake if it can tell that I'm in a lower part of my sleep cycle. So what I have done is Monday through Friday, and this is new in the past couple of months, but I currently have it set at 5:30 to 6. So my latest wake up time, like if I don't wake up before, it will give me an alarm at 6 o'clock. But anytime between 5:30 and 6, if I start coming out of my deep sleep, it'll kind of nudge me awake, and it basically will just buzz on my watch. And I normally use the most like low-key alarm that I can find normally. So before I started using this app, my alarm to wake up in the morning was literally the Harry Potter theme song. So you know, like the very low-key kind of thing. Like I do not need a very strong alarm to get me up in the morning. So this like little buzz, and it literally is just like a bzz, bzz, it wakes me up. So that is my first step. So Monday through Friday is 5:30 to 6, and then Saturday and Sunday I do 5:45 to 6:15. So I allow myself to sleep in a little bit, but not enough to really get me off of my normal sleep schedule. And I find that that works really well. On days when I need more sleep, I sleep until 6 o'clock on the weekdays. On days when I'm, I've gotten enough sleep, I'm feeling good, like ready to go, then I get up at typically 5:35 is like, if I get up early, it's typically 5:35. I don't know why. That's just kind of how it works. So first step. Second step after I get up, obviously go to the bathroom, I take my allergy medication, and then this is where things kind of start to diverge. So if I get up early, the first thing that I try to do at least 3 days a week, and if you guys have seen some of my other posts on Instagram or like recaps of my tracker, you'll know this has not been going as well as I would have liked. But my goal is to do at least 10 minutes of some kind of movement. So I really like Lazy Dancer Tips. It's a YouTube channel and it's all like ballet bar based stuff. And I really like that sort of thing. Like I just find it really nice. And she's got this one video in particular that's like it's like a low-key wake up workout kind of thing. And so it's really great. It's not like, you're not going strong first thing in the morning, but it's enough to get your body moving and that kind of stuff. So if I get up at 5:35 and it's on one of those 3 days, typically Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday is what I like to do, then I take 10 minutes and I do that, which means that I'm done with my 10-minute workout by like before 6 o'clock. So that's the variable. That's the one that does not always happen. What does typically happen every single morning is after I get up, what I do is I come out, I turn on my lights, I open up my calendar, I make my coffee, which I actually, I have coffee. It is not first thing in the morning, obviously, but I'm on my third coffee because like, why not? So I make my coffee and then I sit down and I write my journal. So my journal up is over here. So I am using a V6 Stayology this year for my journal, and it is, I'm filming this on March 18th, and I am currently about just shy of a quarter of the way through my journal, and this is one of those like 365-day journals. But there are days where I don't write very much. There are days where I write more than a page, like, you know, it just kind of depends. So I'm not sure that this is gonna last me the entire calendar year, but it'll last me a good long while. So I get up in the morning and I write in my journal, and I actually rotate between 3 different pens. So let me grab those. So, oops, these are my 3 pens. I do use fountain pens because I got into fountain pens when I started bullet journaling, and I really like them, but I don't like to write with them in my bullet journal. I really just like a plain old gel pen kind of thing. And so I had to figure out ways that I could use my fountain pen collection in a way that I was actually going to use it kind of on a daily basis. So I decided to do fountain pen in my journal, and I rotate between 3. So I've got 3 different pens. These are my 3 favorite pens and 3 of my favorite inks. So I've got in this one, this is a TWSBI ECO with Apache Sunset from NOODLER'S. Apache Sunset, Apache Sunrise. I will have to confirm that. I'll link them all down below. Like, don't worry about that. This is a Pilot Metropolitan. This is the, I want to say it's like black crocodile or something like that. But what's really cool is it's actually a fine nib, which as far as I know is the smallest nib size that Pilot Metro comes in. And I have got Pilot IROSHIZUKU fuyu syogun, which is like the like kind of a periwinkly gray, which is absolutely beautiful. I love it. And then the last one I've got is a LAMY, I think these are the LX, or I think it's the LX, I'm not even sure. And this one has got an extra fine nib on it. Actually, I have a pen store nearby that you can buy different nib sizes. So this is one that I think I bought with a medium nib, and I changed out and went down to an extra fine. And what I need to do is, I've actually got the rose gold. I should eventually pull that one out and use that because obviously beautiful. But so this is a LAMY with an extra fine nib as well. So the TWSBI's got, I think the TWSBI's got an extra fine as well. Most of my nibs, as much as I can, insofar as I can find an extra fine nib, I tend to get an extra fine nib on my fountain pens. So this is, and I'm gonna have to get the ink because I can never remember the name. As you can see, everything is just at arm's reach as I'm dropping things. So this is a sample that I actually got from my friend Jamie, SUNLANTERNS, and this is the Shikiyori Yozakura, and it's this like mauvey, like purpley ink, and it's really pretty. So she actually sent me a sample, and it was basically full up to the top, and I think I've refilled this pen at least 3 times, so it's lasted a good long while, which is fantastic because I love it. But basically, whenever I run out of that sample, I have got plenty of other inks and samples. Like I have a bag of ink samples over here, and so I'll just rotate through and use that. But that is, or those rather, are the pens that I use when I write in my journal. So first thing I do is I write in my journal, and I do, I try to avoid using my phone first thing in the morning, but what I do, and if you guys follow me on Instagram, you know this, typically every morning I will get out my journal, I will write the date, and then I take my picture. And what I typically do that you guys can't really see because obviously you just get the picture whenever I post it, what I try to do is I take the picture of my date, and then I put my phone aside, I do my writing, and then after I've done my writing, then I go through and I edit the picture. And the next part of my daily routine is I post a little like good morning message on my Instagram. And I find that this is really helpful for me because I can use it to recap how the previous day went, but I use it mostly to tell you guys on Instagram what my goals for the day are. And this just helps me kind of keep on track. Now, granted, there are days when I don't do the goals that I have said I'm going to do. Like some days it doesn't happen, but I try to be really transparent the next day to be like, yeah, that didn't actually happen. But I found that the consistency of doing it every day, it's a little bit of accountability. Even though there's nobody on the other end who's like, you didn't do this yesterday, I know that I'm going to be posting it and that I have this like list of ideas of things that I want to do that I will try my best to complete. And there are some days, for example, Thursdays and Fridays, my work schedule is crazy, and typically I don't have any goals. Like it's get through the day kind of thing. At that point, I will sometimes post like a self-care, like what I'm gonna do to kind of take care of myself, because I know that those are really busy days. But that is part of my morning routine at this point, is just this kind of really like low pressure, low key accountability that I post on Instagram. After that, I, finish my coffee, I have breakfast. Some mornings I will read during my morning routine, but that is not a standard thing just because my mornings can kind of vary depending on my work schedule. Typically, I need at least an hour to shower and get ready, and not because it takes me an hour to shower, but because I like to take my time. So, I like to do my shower, do my skincare, etc., etc., etc. So I know about an hour is what it's gonna take for me to get into the shower and then get ready and get out the door, which means that on Mondays, I go to work at 8:30, like I leave at 8:30. So depending on when I get up, I have between 2.5 and 3 hours. Tuesdays, I have all the time in the world. I don't go into work until 4 o'clock. Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, I go into work at 8:15. So I leave my house by about 7:30. So if I get up at 5:30, that's 2 hours. If I get up at 6, that's only an hour and a half. So Wednesday through Friday, as you can imagine, I don't do as much during my morning routine because I just don't have the time. But on the days that I have more time, I might read a little bit, or I might work on some extra planning, or whatever kind of comes up. So after I've done that part of my morning routine, typically the next step is I need to go and shower. So when I shower, I shower in the morning. I prefer that. I have short hair, and I tend to look like Sonic the Hedgehog when I get up after sleeping. Like, I don't know what it is, but my hair is always a mess. So I like to shower. It just makes me like, I feel fresh first thing in the morning. It wakes me up even more. And I will say I'm a morning person. So typically, like, when I'm up, and I don't usually, unless I'm like sick or lacking sleep for some reason, I don't usually have like a groggy period. I don't even need coffee to wake me up. I just really like it. It's part of my ritual and all of that. So one of my rituals is I also like to shower in the morning. So shower, pretty standard. My only weird thing about my shower is that I don't like normal towels. This is something I don't know why. I stopped using towels sometime back in high school. So what I originally used were yukata. So it's kind of like a Japanese summer robe, and I'm pretty sure they're not meant to be bathrobes, but they're made out of cotton and they're super comfortable. So I have been using robes of some persuasion for years and years and years. And then I have a special towel that I use that's a hair towel. So it's like a kind of a quick dry. And I find that that combination just works really well for me. So that's like my one weird shower thing, I think, is that I don't use normal towels. I use a special hair towel and a robe. After that, this gets to the fun stuff. So my skincare routine. So in the morning, my skincare routine is pretty simple. So typically I will wash my face in the shower. So I currently have a face wash in the shower, but I also just use this, it's like a low, no fragrance, organic body wash. And if I don't have any extra face wash in the shower, I use the body wash, because why not? Then I will do cream, so like body lotion. What I am currently using is this stuff. So this is actually a whipped body butter that I made myself, and I will get the link to the recipe. So this is actually from Lauren Singer, so trash is for tossers, so I will link it down below. But I made up this whipped body butter. It's like a combination. I think there's like coconut oil and shea oil. I don't know, I'll link the recipe. So I've been using this as my body lotion in the morning, and it's great because one batch makes a ton. So I have been using this for a while, and I think I'm like maybe a third of the way through, but I actually have another container of it because it wouldn't all fit in this particular container. So that is my body lotion. And then we get into the face skincare. So I have switched over to cloth makeup pads, and I don't use them for makeup remover, and we'll talk about that in the next video that is going to be about my evening routine. But in the morning, I use these for toner. So I have a couple of different versions because I was just testing them out. So this one's actually from Korea, but these ones, and I have one that I've used, so it's dirty. But these are ones from a local store that I got, but I have since gotten some fabric so that I can actually make my own. I just haven't gotten around to it yet. So I do use these for toner. So basically I do a toner and an essence. So what I've got out here, oh my gosh, is this is how I store all of my skincare stuff. So I have kind of a weird situation in my bathroom where I have these really deep shelves that don't have any doors. And so in order to get to stuff all the way in the back, I basically decided to use baskets. So I just like slide this basket in, it goes all the way to the back, and then when I pull it out, I have all of my skincare stuff ready to go. So the way that I've organized it, and I should have not put it down, the way that I organize it, so when I look at it, this is my front and this is my back. So this stuff is all of my toner, essence, sunscreen, and like morning lotion, like daytime lotion. This is all cleansing stuff and masks. These are night masks and like overflow products. So we're gonna look at some of these. In the morning, it's pretty simple. You'll get more of what the different things are when I do my evening routine. But in the morning, I typically do a toner. So I really like this one. This is a soothing toner that I got from Korea. And actually the majority of the products that I'm currently using are from my trip to Korea because obviously. So I have this one that I use. I have this other one. This is the Essential Fluid. And I sometimes use this in the morning when I'm just gonna do one step because as you can see, it's like this milky color and it's like a moisturizer plus a toner. So if I do this one, I only use this one, but typically I'm gonna use this toner. So I use one of my little pads and I put the toner on. And then my next step is an essence. So I use this Time Revolution. This is from Misha. So I use this as my essence and I just like put it on with my hands because why not? It's simple like that. So I let those soak in for a little bit. And then in the morning I do face cream. So this is one I actually got in France. It's Diadermine, whatever it is, Purely Essential Day Cream. So I like to do things for the most part that have no fragrance. So I do my face cream in the morning and then I either do, and I forgot to get it out, it's the one thing I forgot to do, I usually will do a cushion pad. So basically it's like a BB cream with sunscreen in it as part of my makeup. If I'm not going to do that, then I will put on my sunscreen in the morning. So this is Air Sun Primer. This is a 50 SPF ultra light that I got from Korea as well. And just like I tend to do a sunscreen one way or the other. So after the skincare happens, then I do my makeup. So, oops, here we go. This is not counting lip products. This is the sum total of my makeup. It's really simple, guys. So I have typically what I do, and I actually did my makeup this morning, so I did exactly what I'm gonna be telling you guys. So I use this MAC, it is Painterly Pro Longwear Paint Pot in the Painterly color. So I use this on my eyelids as just like kind of a brightening. I use Makeup Forever coverage under my eyes to kind of brighten things up. And then I either do my cushion pack or the cushion pad usually, which I have, mine is from IOPE, that's how you spell it. And it's got the sunscreen in it, or I have this BB cream, and that's actually what I did this morning, but it also has sunscreen in it. So I'm not actually leaving the house today, but I just put makeup on to do filming. And so this has sunscreen in it, so I don't do that. But a lot of times in the summer, I don't want to put, like when I'm not working, I don't want to put any sort of BB cream on. So that's when I use just the straight sunscreen. So that is my base. And that's it. I don't use any brushes. I literally put it all on with my fingers because I'm lazy and because like it's easier, I guess. Yeah. Then I do eyebrows. So super simple. I use Sephora. It's a waterproof eyebrow pencil. I like the ones that are like the very fine eyebrow pencils, and this is just midnight brown. It just matches, and I've got a little spoolie to clean things up. And then I do mascara. So I have a couple of different mascaras that I use depending on the day. So I have this one. This is a Nature Republic one from Korea that I really like. It's super like light and low key. So typically Thursday and Friday I'm in school for a really long time. So I tend to use this one, which is a Maybelline one because it doesn't smudge. I've noticed that a lot of times with kind of more organic styles, I tend to get smudges of mascara on like under my bottom eyelashes because I do top and bottom. And so So on long work days, I do this one because it doesn't smudge, and on shorter work days, I tend to do this one. This one, however, is running out, so I have recently gotten this one, which is a Zao Essence of Nature. And what's cool about this is it's a bamboo canister, and you can basically, this like white section here, if you can see, you can switch it out. So you basically buy this, like the outer thingy, once, and then when you run out of the product, you just go through and you can recycle the canister and you buy a new replacement. So I'm trying this. They have two versions. They have like a volume and a aloe, and I got the aloe one. And again, I've noticed that I get a little bit of like transfer under my bottom lashes. So I'm trying it out. It's a new thing. Like, we'll see how it goes kind of thing. And that's it. Like, literally, that is my makeup routine. Oh, that's a lie. Sometimes I put on lip stuff. So this is all of my lip products. No, yeah, that's all of them. So I have just a few. I don't use a ton of stuff. I actually use today, this is the Juicy Pang. It's a mousse tint. Wait, no, this one. This is the Juicy Pang. This is the mousse tint. So it's basically, as you can see, very low key. This is just a lip gloss that goes with it. Both of these I got in Korea. I will sometimes use, I have a nude lip. This is Too Faced in Pout About It. So this is just like a kind of nude lip that I sometimes will wear. I've got, this is a red, it's Kiss Kiss Red Hot from some brand. I guess the brand is Kiss Kiss? I have no idea. No, it's Guerlain. It's Guerlain. I literally don't even know what makeup I have. So I sometimes use this for a kind of creamier red lip. I also have this MAC, which is Russian red, so like a really matte red lipstick. And I have this fuchsia lip tint, also from Korea. But to be perfectly honest, I don't wear lipstick or like lip anything except for chapstick most of the time, just because with working, I'm always afraid, just from like all the talking I have to do it for work, that it's gonna start wearing off, and I just don't like the look of when it does that. But I do have a couple of lip things when I want them, basically. So that, once, you know, I've done my makeup and I've gotten dressed, then I go off to work. So that is my morning routine. If you want the TLDR version, get up, bathroom and meds, maybe move for about 10 minutes, journal, post my intentions for the day or my goals for the day on Instagram, shower, skincare, makeup, get dressed in between that section, go to work, and that is it. So pretty simple. My ideal morning routine is about 2 hours. So ideally, I'd like to have 2 hours of me time in the morning, but in a pinch, I can do an hour of like me time and an hour of getting ready and doing my makeup and like all of that kind of stuff to get off to work. So that is all I have for you guys today. I will link as much as I can down below. If you have any comments or questions, let me know as well down in the comment section, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye. Hey guys, so if you've made it all the way to the end of this video and are actually watching my end screen and you're not subscribed to my channel, I would really appreciate it if you would. There's a little button right there for you to do it. And if you're interested in watching some more of my videos, I have links to 2 of my older videos off to the left there, so you can check those out if you would like to, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.